Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How are my lights doing today? Let's get started right away on today's reading and see what beautiful messages Spirit may have. I was prompted to go into this deck, and this deck I haven't used in a while, but it is very pretty. All right, so the first card up is Evolve. Okay, so something about evolving into and moving into some kind of culmination here and energy. So let me just get a feel for the cards and we'll get started right away. This is definitely feeling like a blessing. A blessing coming to you, Aquarius. This is not just any blessing. This is going to be huge, a huge blessing. Your path is being illuminated at this time, Aquarius, to show you the way and give you the utmost confidence that you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. All right, so they want you to pay attention to divine signs as you move through your days that are showing up, leading you toward some type of sacred reward. I heard a sacred reward coming in. The universe is going to open up and give you this blessing. As this blessing unfolds, you're going to feel a deep sense of karmic completion and joy. All right, and the cards reveal a surge of high vibrational light entering your soul, your life, transforming your challenges into stepping stones for your highest good. Okay, so the universe is getting ready to shower you with a huge blessing of abundance and joy. All right, we will take that. All right, let's get going in this other deck and see what other beautiful messages Spirit may have. And guys, if you want a reading, if you need a reading, or you just want to see what services I have, you can click on the description below the video and click on the more button. Okay, if you leave me a message in, like a comment, that's not going to do it if you want a reading. Okay, because I don't know where to email you, and that is why you have to email me first so I can send you the info or show you what I offer. I offer more than what is initially there. All right, so here I'm seeing some type of communication. Oh boy, oh boy. So this communication is coming in for someone, bringing in, unfortunately, this tower moment. Okay, so somebody's going to give you some type of information that you didn't know about or had no idea, no clue, up until they're going to tell you about this. Whatever this information is, unfortunately, is going to be like a tower moment, and you're going to feel like you have to work through it on your own. And let me just say this, guys, remember, we come back here to learn and teach. Earth is a school. So you've already signed an agreement before you came back and chose all the events you're going to go through for these learnings and teachings. So even though some of the things we go through may seem horrible, terrible, like why would that happen? Why would I choose that? All right, there are reasons, there are things that we just don't know about the other side, okay? But I am seeing, I'm going to try to get more info on this, okay? But I am seeing that this is a lesson or a teaching of some sort, or maybe both, that you chose in advance to go through to get it, okay? That's all they're giving me. This is for someone else. Okay, guys, when I do these public readings, they are not everyone will resonate, because not everyone goes through the same events every day, or the same emotions, or the same things. So this is, where I'm plugging into different people's energies. Okay, if you want me to hone into your energy and your energy alone, you would want to get a reading. All right, so that way I can just tune into your personal energy. All right, so here I'm seeing some kind of illusion of stuckness for someone. This is somebody who's maybe married, who's very happily married at that, but there is some kind of stuckness involving the person you're with, and or maybe overall finances, that might be dragging you down, might be, clouding your mind about, just how you're feeling about the marriage, okay? Keep it separate. Just understand that, you know, if what's pulling at you is maybe some fear about, you know, paying the bills, or your finances are changing, or your person that you're with, maybe their finances are different. Keep in mind it's about the finances. It shouldn't, you know, take up too much of your energy, you know, regarding your relationship. Just focus on improving on the finances, is what I'm trying to say. And with that, I am seeing the reason it's an illusion is there is some huge financial new beginning coming in, bringing in happiness, and, you know, making everything feel good again. So that being said, this isn't going to be such a big deal for you. All right, so don't sweat it. Let's continue. I'm seeing someone spending a lot of time alone. All right, you've been alone for a while, and there's something you want regarding a job. You're focused on your finances. You're not focusing on love at all. And what you want is to get your finances in order, okay? This is going to be your justice. This is the thing that's going to make you feel good, because this is about your security. And I am seeing you moving toward something really good. I also see that you have a great work ethic. You work really hard, and you have a great connection with spirit. So I'm talking to someone who is in the midst of their awakening, and you are very connected. And you're also someone who is a go-getter. You're someone who's really going after what you want in life, okay? You know, and yesterday, guys, I forgot to give you the information at the end of the reading. I was going to give you, you know, the new, from all the energy, the solar eclipse, the solar energy, solar flare energy, the Schumann resonance energies. I was going to give you some new side effects from that I'm experiencing. Maybe you're experiencing them too and thinking you're crazy, or you have to go see a doctor or something. So hopefully I'm going to remember at the end of today's reading to go over those things with you, just tell you what they are. All right, but I'm seeing a victory here for someone. All right, something very positive is coming in, but today your frame of mind is not there. You're feeling conflicted about a lot of things, a lot of different things rolling around in your mind, just making you feel conflicted and uneasy. All right, you don't need to feel like that. I am seeing the card of victory next to you. I'm seeing really good things coming in. Over the next week or two, I'm seeing your happiness and joy overflowing from your cup, and some type of something new, something like that's going to feel like a new start. So it's not going to be something small. This is going to be something big enough that it's going to feel like, I wonder if you could see these cards well with the lighting. Something that's going to make you feel like it's like a massive thing. And this may be connected to that blessing we were just told about that's coming in. Again, I'm seeing a new start. This is going to be big, Aquarius, okay? So as we go through this reading, I'm getting something really massive coming in for my beautiful lights. I'm seeing a lot of it for a lot of you, or maybe all of you, not really sure. It looks like it's going to have something to do with finances, and it looks like doors are going to open, balance coming in, a feeling of newness, like something new is going to come in that we've never experienced before, and it's going to be something helpful regarding our money. I don't know if it's going to be specifically our money or something in regard to our money, but whatever it is, it's extremely positive. It's going to make a difference in how we're feeling right now. It's going to open up things for us, and it's going to feel like a new start, bringing in all this balance, okay? So that is sounding very hopeful. All right, it's giving us something to look forward to, which Spirit knows right now we all need desperately. I'm seeing this person, all right, so some of you are going through some heartbreak right now, it looks like, or a feeling of you're done, you're exhausted, you're mentally shot, you're tired, you need a break. Some of you need this break from work, from your jobs that you absolutely can't stand going to. Not all of you, but a majority of you are working jobs that you feel are a dead end, or you're not making enough money, or you're not being valued, or you're not being respected. All different kinds of reasonings. But I am seeing something lighter coming in for you. You're very strong, and what you're doing, like, it looks like how you're dealing with this is you're just trying to, it's the way you're perceiving it. You're just trying to, finding ways to perceive it to lighten up the load, okay? Maybe laughing more at stuff that's going on the job site, laughing to yourself at people doing stupid shit, not taking people as seriously, knowing, separating yourself from the third dimensional types that are rude, nasty, unkind, and as we raise our frequency, you see that separation. It becomes clearer and clearer, and you feel more separate from people like that. The gap keeps getting wider and wider between you and these people. So if you have that type of feeling, guys, and you just couldn't put your finger on it before, and this could include your family and friends, okay? But if you're going through this, I'm curious to know, so please comment below the video, just saying, feeling separate, or feeling, separating myself, or something along that line, so I know what you're referring to. Okay. Also, the Knight of Wands is, you're being very patient with these people. All right. And again, it's all the way you're looking at it. You're very loyal to the job as well. This Knight of Wands is someone who's very loyal. So you look at that, you view that as just a really good quality within yourself, even if the people you're working with or for don't really deserve your loyalty. You look at it like, because you're becoming your authentic selves, guys. So you just look at what you're doing in life, what your qualities are, how you treat others. All right, I'm seeing something here again in the workplace. Somebody is very upset today in the workplace. It's looking like you are ready to quit. You've had it. You feel like you're being undervalued, or somebody is talking down to you at work with this boss figure here. Okay, and I do see a good chance a lot of you might actually quit. You might quit your job either today or sometime next week. I feel like there's going to be a breaking point for you, okay? And I'm not talking to all of you, again, talking to some of you that are, going through this at the workplace. Somebody's disrespecting you, talking down to you. There's going to be that moment where it's like you've put up with so much that they are going to say the last thing to you, and that is going to be it. You're just going to blow up and walk out. All right, so that's never a good idea, guys. But if you're feeling like this in the workplace, guys, start just lining up your, start looking at other options before that happens, before you blow up, okay? Because that's inevitable. So start lining up your, some jobs that you're interested in, interviews, and line them up in threes. I always tell you, line them up in threes, okay? And go to each and every single one, because now you're negotiating. You're telling them, I haven't decided I'm leaving yet. I wanted to see what's available to me. Saying that, they know they have to offer you more, obviously, to get them over to their company if they want you, right? So it gives you some leverage. All right, here I'm seeing all right, this is for a couple. This is really for a feminine and a masculine. And just let me say, I'm seeing this other feminine who is wanting what you have. So this can get confusing. So the Empress and the King of Wands, you are a couple. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who's spoiled, has everything, and thinks that they can have anything and everything they want. This person has their eye on your person, okay? I don't know if they're aware or not that you know, this King of Wands has someone already, but she is wanting what you have. Okay, so this might even be a situation where she just already knows and doesn't care. All right, so this is for somebody. You might be in this situation now. You might be aware of it. I just heard someone laughing, like very confident that this other feminine will never be able to get your person away, because you're very confident and you're very much in love. All right, and that's beautiful. All right, I'm seeing this manifestation. I have somebody, wow, look at this. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, you're a ninja. You're manifesting the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles and expedient growth in this Ten of Pentacles, which is everything coming in at once, a culmination of all of your hopes and dreams. This is about today's reading as well, with the gifts coming into you. This is a time, guys, where the universe is just, you know, anybody who's being kind out there and you've been through the ringer, you've gone through your trials and tribulations, you've learned your lessons. And I wouldn't be surprised if the World card shows up soon, because that card is also about, you know, having learned your lessons in life and kind of like you've arrived. Same thing with this Ten of Pentacles. So this energy is very powerful, and it's saying that you are able to manifest anything you want now, like that, okay? And this is being talked about all over the internet. At first, I didn't pay any credence to it. There's so much crap on the internet, right? But I have to say that I've been getting this. I've been getting this now, that, you know, and talking about it on my channel, all right? This is some type of, like, you know, just a powerful manifestation gift that the universe has given you, and you are going to utilize it. And this isn't going to end here. This is going to be for the rest of your life. It's going to be a continuation for your entire life, that you have this gift and it's going to grow. The gift is going to grow energetically in strength and in speed. The speed in which you're able to manifest now, guys, is going to increase. At some point in the future, you're going to be able to manifest things immediately. You will be able to, this is a superpower, okay, that we all have, that was suppressed through things they did to calcify our pineal gland, things they did put in our food, in the air, you know, just kind of made us... well, they wanted us to not feel well. Let's just put it that way, okay? They wanted us to not remember who we really are and where we come from, all right? Wait till we get into the truth of our history, guys. You are going to be mind blown, all right? So here I'm seeing somebody is stuck in their childhood today. Somebody is really going back, traveling down memory lane, thinking about, you might be thinking about your siblings or when you were children, but these might not be totally good memories, because I'm seeing the stuckness card here. This could be one of two things. This could be about, you know, somebody who just doesn't want to grow up, because growing up means you have to start being extremely responsible and acknowledging all of the bad parts of what's happening in the world, okay? So staying stuck in this childlike frame of mind is like an escapism for you, all right? It kind of, but it's clouding other things. It's clouding your decisions. It's actually, you know, you're not who you're supposed to be being right now. There's nothing wrong with, you know, going down memory lane and this, but this isn't reminiscent of beautiful things from, you know, the past. This is basically kind of like getting in the way of what your possibilities are right now, because you are an empath, okay? And, you know, you have all kinds of things available to you right now that you're not utilizing, okay? Because you're holding on to something from the past. All right, guys, if you're operating in fear, get a reading with me, please, and let me know in some notes you know, when you email me what you're going through, why you feel fearful, what is happening, and I will try to help you as best I can. I'm also a life coach, so you know, I'm very confident that I can help you. I also offer phone readings, guys, for those of you who want to do that. It's more in depth. You can ask way more questions, and you know, depending on what comes up in the reading, might prompt another question. So it's really good to do those if you can do those. All right, so here I'm seeing the Nine of Wands, guys. What does the Nine of Wands tell us? Well, the Nine of Wands is a feeling of like you're in this uphill battle. You're in this ongoing battle. You're tired. You're weary. You're feeling guarded, and you might be having setback after setback. Okay. So for those of you who are feeling like this, Spirit is saying that you are being too hard on yourselves, firstly. Okay, you're being too hard on yourselves, and that perception that you have with the constant, okay, so limiting thoughts I just heard. So this is those of you who have these limiting thoughts, you're creating the you know, I'm not trying to pass blame on you, but listen, give me a moment here, okay? You can manifest in negativity as well as positivity, because manifestation is you're putting thought, you know, and feeling into what it is you want. So if your thoughts and feelings are negative, you're going to create more negativity in your life. So the cards are saying, and you don't know this, this is why I'm explaining it. I'm explaining this to people who are watching right now, saying, yes, that's happening to me. I'm going to tell you why, and it's up to you to fix it, okay? If you're experiencing this, it's because of limiting thoughts. Limiting thoughts mean like you're thinking, I can't do that, or I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I don't have the capabilities, I don't have the money, I don't. These are all limiting thoughts, okay? And because of these limiting thoughts, you're creating more negativity, all right? So as soon as you change that up, and all you have to do is stay in a state of gratefulness and do that on the daily consistently. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're going to start to feel different, and you're going to start noticing little beautiful things that are going to make you feel better, make you feel happier. So this is like a transformation you need to go through. You need to go through this, you know, short tunnel, I'll say. You want to move through this tunnel of transformation by staying in a state of gratefulness, and also, guys, by, you know, changing those limiting thoughts to positive ones. I can do this. I'm not letting the money portion of it stop me. I'm going to look at other areas. I'm going to complete this. I'm going to do this. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. All of that, okay? All right, so let's get to the symptoms of the energies coming in, all right, for many, many months. For me, I've been feeling very anxious, okay? And it's kind of come to a point now where I went through a few weeks straight of, you know, felt like nonstop anxiety. Like I didn't know what to do with myself. It was so bad. I personally take a natural thing called valerian that helps me. And I don't do meds, or I don't put chemicals in my body. So natural stuff. I've always been a natural girl. So that, along with chamomile tea, is a beautiful thing when you're feeling anxiety. It's very helpful. But, you know, just a feeling of going down the roller coaster continuously. You know how when you're going down, you're like, oh my God, why did I get on this thing? I want to get to the bottom. When is this going to be over? Why did I do this? You know? And then that feeling, your heart is, you know, flapping around and all of that stuff, right? That's how I felt. Also, it doesn't mean you're feeling that way, but just in case you are, what you could be feeling, what I've gone through already, is headaches, ear ringing, sharp pains like you're being stuck with needles, vibration. Okay, those of you who are starting to feel vibration in the hands when you run them when you're running water over your hands, you're a healer. Okay, you're some type of healer, or you were in another lifetime and you still are. So these are your gifts coming online. What else? Um, hmm. Yeah, just emotionally feeling like something horrible is about to happen, and there's no reason for it. Anxiety, there's no reason for it. You might see in the dark, if you put your light on from your phone and go like this with your hand in the dark, you might start to see a lot of sparkles under your skin. It looks like glitter, okay? And that is your light body coming in. We are mostly carbon, and we are turning, the energy is making us lighter. You might notice your food cravings are different now. You might be craving meat less. You might be wanting to eat more vegetables, eating less or more. So all of these things, if you're feeling something I didn't mention, feel free to mention it, so that other people on the channel can see, because you know it always helps when you see other people going through the same thing, because then you don't think you're crazy. Okay. All right, guys, if you're still with me at this point, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow.